Arun, now, if you since we are talking about the Das Mahavidyas in this
Mhm.
podcast specifically, so could you please introduce us to the philosophy about the related to the Das Mahavidyas and which is the way it is explained in tantric texts and scriptures?
See, the if we look into the if we look into the Kali, the how do we depict her? If we look into her imaginary or her the way he is being shown in the temple, she is wearing a skull necklace, and she has a long tongue with it is very reddish in color, and she is like she's really fearful. If you look into her, you will feel your fear.
Yeah.
So when we do the Mahavidya sadhana, the Kali, what we are exactly
Mm.
working on is our own fear. The mind has a
Mm.
problem, it has a fear that stops you from doing something. So
Mhm.
in this particular thing, we are exactly working on our fear, and we are trying to see how good we can come in contact with our own fear. So that is what Kali is actually shows. If you do
The
the
shadow self.
huh? The shadow
The
self.
shadow
Shadow
self.
self. That is basically your fear, basically.
Hmm.
Shadow is, if you look into the modern psychological terms, it's written by Carl Jung. I mean, Carl Jung is the psychologist who introduced the concept of the shadow self. Shadow is
Hmm.
something which has been hidden on you, on your mind, and that grows
Hmm.
when you grow up. Maybe it might be
Hmm.
trauma and things like that.
Hmm. The
Some
fear.
some love failure which has been happened
Hmm.
in your life, or you may be seeking the support of your family members on something, and that is not been provided. All these things are your shadow. This will be in the mind, and this will be keep growing, and this take a turn as a fear actually. So
Okay.
when you keep this as a fear, this will prevent you from doing something which you really want to do, because the problem with this is that mind will actually relate whatever is been happened in your life previously with the situation which is happening right now. So even though
Hmm.
the outcome could be favorable or non-favorable, we will really don't know, but the mind stops you from doing things at present. So this is your fear. So if you really do the mudras and the puja, I mean the not exactly puja, I
The
don't prefer.
ritual. The ritual.
Meditation is what I prefer,
Hmm.
so the pujas are it's in a way
It's basically the ritual. It's a ritual.
I mean, the pujas basically kept this tradition alive
Hmm.
without the
Hmm. Hmm.
dead. If I mean, if you look into the yogis who are living
Hmm.
very remotely as a hermit, they
Hmm.
they are not into rituals. Basically, they do a lot of practices in order to unveil the
The secrets of
secret
the
of
universe.
reality, how the reality looks like. They do the steps to get that thing out. So this is what they are
Hmm.
basically doing, and
Hmm.
so these are a set of practices, and if we look into the Kali, this is what it is. So you are doing the puja, you are doing the ritual, you are making the yantra, and in some particular certain way you are controlling your breath, and you are taking your prana, and you focus on that particular yantra, and in some certain place you give forces, and you transcend that force into that particular yantra. So what happens here is that your fear is being getting freed from your own self. So the whatever may be, that it could be from this birth, it could be from the previous birth, or it could be from the previous birth. This fear is been imprinted. If a soul which is as a body, this fear is already there, so this fear has to go out. This is what happens with the Kali's presence, or this is what happens with the Kali Yantra meditation. You are basically giving out your fear, that is which is needed to be healed, and yeah, that is your darkness basically. So the one way to
The soul's darkness.
is your
The darkness of the
basically.
soul. That's
Yeah.
the darkness
The,
of the soul that gets healed when one actually invokes Kali. That's what you want to say through mantras and the
you
yantras
you
and the
you
meditation.
you are channelizing your own fear which is inside you through
Hmm.
Kali. So this is what it is
Okay.
happens here, like so you are purifying your own self
Hmm.
basically. Like see, this is your darkest self also. Like you might be having dark wishes in your mind. Like
Hmm.
to fight with somebody, or drink, and so run some places, or or sky jumping, or jumping from some parachute. Or these sort of things are actually maybe hidden inside you, and you really want to do this stuff, and something which is social norms or something that is preventing you, and you will never know what would be the outcome. The easiest way to
Hmm.
approach your fear is to do what you really want to do, that prevents that the something is preventing you from doing that particular thing. So the outcome will be Kali, and you will, what happens is that the here you will come in direct contact with your fear, and this is the Kali Mahavidya is about. It's basically your fear shadow and the darkest self of you know
Okay. So please tell us about Tara. I mean, the rest of the Mahavidyas. What about Tara and the other Mahavidyas?
yeah
How what do you